If you're here for goofs and gaffs, have a listen and have a laugh. These four schmoes here run the show. It's JKT Radio.
Hi guys, and welcome to the JKT Radio Podcast, episode 116. I am your hostess, the mostest muffa or bun, or you know what? I'm just tired.
We're all tired.
It's a mood.
Moth.
Babe.
I don't like moths.
Well, let's change the subject.
Sorry. Continue your bit
No.
as I scream about moths.
You know what? You've changed it. I can do this off the top of my head. We're gonna be kinds of moths.
Oh,
I can
fuck.
do that too.
I'm gonna be a lacewing moth because that's the type of moth I can name off the top of my head. I'm joined by my other moths. Chris.
I actually do like Luna moths.
Those are pretty. And McBride.
You've been
Looking
playing
at
Animal
moths.
Crossing. You should know your moths.
Fuck no. I don't pay attention to that shit. Atlas moth.
Good choice.
That's a really good one. And Devin.
Damn it, I was gonna pick Atlas Moth. I'm gonna be a Bagong Moth. Because how
love
could
it.
I not? It's called a Bagong
Bagong.
Moth.
I love it.
Oh, those are the worst type of moth.
They look
Not
giant.
Not the worst type.
Actually,
but
I
they're-
think the Atlas
Oh.
moth is like the biggest type of moth.
The Atlas moth is one of the largest moths there is.
I found the one that I found in
This is a
Animal
Bagong
I
Crossing.
don't like it. Why are you showing me?
You okay, Chris?
I'm okay.
We had at work last week. We had one of our shipper receivers was picking up one of the garbage cans that we sell, and there is a big horse fly in it. It's just a horse fly. It's just a regular fly that's just a bit big
Yeah.
for a fly.
And bite hard.
Yeah, she was freaking the fuck out, and it was the funniest
I
thing.
mean, that's very valid. Horseflies are gross. And don't like them.
It's just a fly.
Yeah, but they're big and they bite hard and it hurts. Unless I'm thinking of black flies, but I think they're the same shit.
Your black flies bite. Horse flies don't usually bite.
I've been bit by one or both of them. I don't like them.
Don't like it.
I think horse flies can bite. They're just very uncommon, but black flies are the ones that will like actually just rip chunks of flesh out of you.
Yeah, it hurts.
Nope.
Speaking of things that rip
I
chunks
saw that
out of
as it
people,
was happening.
Yeah.
Yeah, speaking of animals that rip chunks out of people, what were your cat
Wait, did she just
stories?
bite you?
No.
No, she
No.
was on the top of the chair and she launched and just turned me all the way sideways.
I just thought it was a good segue.
Watch
That's a good
this
segue.
jump.
So I have two cat stories. One's annoying and one's heartbreaking, but also adorable.
All right.
Which one do we want first?
Annoying?
Annoying.
Sure.
See this brat?
Aw.
Let me just pull a cat out of the
Yeah.
abyss.
It's Miss Keisha.
There she is.
For those of you who don't know, this is Miss Keisha.
She fluffy.
For those of you who are listening to audio only, I'm holding one of my cats and I just pulled it off the ground because I can do that.
Because it's just hanging out.
Just hanging out.
Like,
I woke up this morning, the morning that we are recording. I woke up ridiculously tired.
mood.
Same.
So I woke up, I got up, and I did a few things, and then I went back to bed for an hour before I had to go to work.
Valid.
And I slept for maybe 10 minutes because my brother decided he was going to clean out some of the junk like he does every Sunday. And I can usually sleep through that. He has a bag of
Routine.
cans, he was taking the cans out. Yeah. But all the animals decided it's time to go sleep on Kira's bed.
Oh.
So I had Peach, the small corgi. Fine. She just slept at my feet. That's fine. This one. She was just on the floor. Fine. This brat. This monster decided she wanted to sleep on the pillow with me. I am allergic to cats.
Oh, yeah. Forgot about that detail again.
So she curled up to my face, headbutted my face, and went to lie down. In my face. I'm like,
Which means
can't
you
have that, I gotta go to work soon. No, it's not breathing, my eyes puff up and swell and I can't see.
Yeah, that sucks.
It swells my eyes. So I'm like, okay, you're cute. I love the fact that you're headbutting, you want to sleep with me, but I just rolled over, right? I hear a murmur, and then I feel the pillow with pressure points, and then she's on the same side I'm on again.
Aww.
This happens until my alarm goes off that it's been an hour and I have to go get ready for work now.
Aw,
Yeah,
little
I think,
thing.
Devin, I think you keep having Kiki sleep on your face.
Yeah. Yeah, I do. Kiki. Well, yeah, Kiki will, because I've noticed that if either of us have been out of the house for too long, the cats make their displeasure known,
And sleep on your face.
and they definitely miss us when we're gone, because when we're sleeping, I wake up and Boomy is like curled up against my stomach, and Kiki is just sitting right next to my face.
Not even like next, like I can see. I look over and your face is getting like smooshed.
Well, that's because like Kiki's decided to lay down kind of in my arms, where I have my arms kind of curled up like this, and I'm like, "Ooh, pillow."
Oh, I hope the audio didn't pick that up.
It
totally
absolutely did.
Oh, yeah, without a doubt.
It's okay.
Yeah.
That was really cute.
Anyways, what's your other story?
The last bit of that story is,
Oh yes.
my brother, as I was getting ready, my brother chased the cats out, and Peach.
Cat.
So I came
Cat's
out
a
here.
cat.
Cat. My old man cat was even sitting up here.
Jeez.
And the, Luna, the youngest one. And I just looked at it, and, like, all the cats that are down here are on that tree, and I'm like, my tree is ripe for pricking. Cat.
Yeah.
I just went, cat, and I started, like, picking off the cats, because they can't be in here when I go to work.
Yeah,
Oh
yeah.
yeah.
Right for picking. The other one. This is heartbreaking and adorable. So supposedly for a few weeks, my uncle has heard tiny squeaking meowing in the wooded area behind my house.
Oh.
And it was a few days ago. I think that was Wednesday or Tuesday. You can hear the TV in the other room.
Yes,
I know.
that's what it was. Okay.
Yeah.
It's just very loud.
We all just look at each other like, what the fuck?
Yeah. Just like, wait a minute.
Go away. Go away.
It's one of those. They're watching one of those movies where it gets like really
babe.
quiet and then really loud.
It's
Yeah.
this.
I know.
It's this
I
big.
know it's small. I know it's
Are you still freaking out about a moth?
Yes. I know
Fair enough.
it's irrational. I don't care. Continue your story.
So a few days ago, the cat actually like it came out of the woods to come to my uncle because I guess it was that hungry now.
My baby.
So he just comes in the house, and I just hear him yell, "Do you have any cat food I can borrow?" And I'm like, "You don't own a cat." And then he shows me this tiny kitten, and I'm like, "Oh my god, let me get some wet food," because
Yeah, I think
I'm
this
in my head, I'm
probably
like-
means, like milk.
Mm-hmm.
it was. We'll get to that. Yeah, so I got some wet food. I'm like, "There's no way that thing can eat dry food." In my head, I'm like, "That doesn't look 6 months old at all."
Mm-hmm.
Oh god, no. That's like
Because I only saw it briefly, and it was like crawling around his like hand, trying to get up and around, right?
Mhm.
I'd say, like maybe a month or two at best.
So I brought like some food, a dish with some food in it, because we have like tiny dishes for cats.
Yeah.
And I'm looking at it, and I'm like, that thing is nowhere near a month. That thing looks like it's maybe just opened its eyes.
Aww.
Mom probably just died.
And like me, I'm like, oh, okay, that's adorable and all that. I walk back downstairs. 10 minutes later, my grandma comes down holding the cat, and she goes, "Here you go." And I'm just like,
What do I do?
Thanks.
"Ma'am?" There's a cat in my lap.
Yeah.
It is, by the way, for those of you watching the audio, I actually,
Yes,
I have
watching
a
the audio.
Yep.
cat. Watching the audio, listen to the audio with your eyes.
Yeah.
For those of you watching the video on YouTube, this is me holding a Coke can.
Tiny
I can't
hands.
put my hands around this.
Mm.
And for those of you who don't own a Coke can, here's a PS4 remote. I cannot do that. This thing fits in my hand.
Oh, that's
Aw,
small.
so small.
He's
That's
a
like-
teeny,
Fits in-
teeny boy.
That's like 3-4 weeks.
We must-
like 3 weeks.
We have to meet
a
him.
month.
Yeah.
It's not my cat. But while it's sitting on my lap, it's like trying to nurse on my fingers.
Aw.
Oh, baby.
He's really cute.
He's so cute.
I did tell my uncle the next day, I'm like, you might want to keep your eye out. And he's like, you think there's more? I'm like,
Oh,
I definitely think there's
absolutely.
more kittens. He's like, I keep looking and I haven't heard any other news. I'm like, okay. He did the same thing.
Mm.
Because he's also worried when he realized when I said, I'm like, that thing is a baby.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It's a baby,
Yeah.
baby.
Yeah.
But yeah, it lives upstairs now. Lives with my uncle. They did come back and take the cat.
Aw.
Are they getting like milk for it? Like kitten milk?
It's eating dry food fine.
Oh, wow.
Damn.
Maybe
It's even using the litter box.
it's possible
Wow.
it's actually older and just like because when you have a malnourished cat, they're just going to be smaller, right?
Yeah, so I'm like,
It's possible it is actually
I'm
older than we
hoping-
think and just underweight.
I'm hoping that is the case.
I would say vet
And not
check,
that, like, it's
obviously,
just
but
learned to survive.
Mm-hmm,
Yeah.
mm-hmm.
somehow. I mean, obviously vet check, but like that doesn't need to be even said. I don't think.
I already told him it is too young to go to the vet.
Yeah.
But he has phoned.
Too young to go to the vet.
Yeah, even when you get, like, kittens, they have to be a certain age before you can take them to the vet.
I never.
Unless there's an emergency.
I would say a very young cat suddenly found who may or may not be too young for the food it's eating would
When we-
constitute as an emergency.
When we phoned, they asked if it was eating fine. They're like, yeah, it's eating fine and it's having proper bowel movements. They said
Oh.
it's fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it's able to pass the food that it's eating, it is okay.
I had never heard of a cat being too young to go to the vet, but
It's more of like a contamination thing.
oh,
They have
okay.
a better,
You know
higher
what?
chance to
Yeah,
get disease.
Yeah, fair. Actually, okay, that makes sense.
Obviously, it's definitely too young to get like any of its shots right now.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course. Like
Yeah.
you need to be at least like
Yeah.
4 weeks, or well, I think 6 weeks is
I think it's 6 weeks.
6 with cats.
yeah. Yeah, because we had to get boomies done at 6 weeks. I think.
Yeah.
I think we
6
were a
with
little
cats.
bit late. I think we went.
Well,
8
we didn't
weeks,
get
but
we
got boomy at 8 weeks. So
Yeah, we
he
got
already
Boomy at
had
8
his first
weeks.
round.
Okay.
You get three.
Usually,
3
when you
rounds.
get a cat, usually with a cat, when you get the cat, the owner or the person who had the kittens
Mhm.
is taking them to the vet to get their first rounds of shots.
Yeah, because by
And then
the
you are expected to continue it.
assuming that you do the appropriate thing, you don't get a cat before 8 weeks old, or even like 10 weeks, they should at least have their first round,
Yeah.
if not their second. Usually, it's just the
Obviously,
first.
this is kind of an exception
Oh,
finding it in the
yeah,
woods.
Yeah.
absolutely. Like is
And I guess no sign of the mom anywhere.
if the kitten was coming out for help
Yeah.
when it was clear, if it's clearly like, I would consider
Well, he
that
was walking
feral.
the dog, so he's walking Zeus
Yeah.
and Jasper,
So,
a chow
like,
chow and a husky.
That's a brand new cat to the world who's never probably had any experience with humans, coming out to help for help to a human with 2 big dogs. There is no mom around to help it.
Yeah. Yeah, it makes sense.
But it wasn't fair. Like when I had the cat for that time, I have men's pajamas pants, so I had like a little pouch. And it
Yep.
just curled up as close to my crotch as possible. I went to sleep. And I'm like,
Oh.
Baby. Yeah, I think that's what Kiki did when I first got her.
baby.
Yeah, because that almost reminds me
Baby.
of when you got Kiki.
Yeah, because
So-
I have pictures of her like sitting in my lap, just curled up. Like just technically, so when I got Kiki, I didn't technically get her when I got that picture, because I used to live upstairs, and she actually came from where we live here now. So I got to hold her and like pet her when she was 4 weeks old, but I didn't take her home upstairs So she was like,
Yeah.
I think she was 7 weeks old because I said I wanted to wait another week, but they wouldn't actually let me. And I'm like, okay, I'll just take the cat if you're going to be like this then. So,
yeah,
because I would rather take the cat than have her go to somebody who might not know better.
Yeah.
So
so the kitten's name, by the way, is now Lucky, because the joke is it's a lucky son of a bitch to be alive.
It's a cliche name, but that's a valid name for their case.
It's a female. We checked it.
Okay. Her case.
Oh.
Yeah.
Speaking of cats.
Yep.
Snow Cloud does not want to be excluded
Ma'am?
from this conversation once again.
Ma'am, are you stuck now?
Oh my God.
Well, nope.
I'm
not stuck. This is fine.
Everything's fine.
Yeah, so I went up to see it, I think yesterday or the day before. I picked it up again. And she realized who it was and immediately as close to my crotch as possible.
Yeah.
What's with animals and your crotch?
It's warm.
I don't
I mean,
know.
lemon's the same way.
I think it's because it's warm.
Yeah, it's warm.
Well, yeah, but...
Your neck and the crotch are going to be like the warmest parts of your body.
Also,
so
your
when I stood
armpits
up...
and the back of your knees.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Your armpits and knees. But when I stood up and I was like holding it here, she crawled up into the hair and then came to sit right here like a parrot cat.
Aww.
Oh, she's learning
Where she
so
sat.
well.
I'm like...
It's like that Looney Tunes thing where the dog gets the little kitten.
Yeah.
Yes, I
love
remember
that
that.
one.
Yeah. That's an adorable one.
And then he thinks
pie.
Oh.
into a cookie.
Then gets handed a little cat cookie and is just all upset.
Yep. Yep.
Made me so sad.
Ma'am. There's a reason I usually have a coat there. Would you like to come down? There we go.
Hello,
You want more chicken nuggies? You ate them all.
I'm surprised no cat. Oh, Boomy's asleep, and I don't know where
Oh,
Kiki
Boomy
right
is
now.
fast asleep. He is like head buried in his paws asleep.
Yeah, so I don't think we're going to be joined with the cat anytime soon. But
I mean, you never know.
You never know.
You never know.
You got Secret B.
Yeah, there we go.
Secret bee?
In the chair.
Secret B.
Oh, there's a bee on your chair.
Oh.
There's been a bee in my chair forever.
Yeah,
It's just usually there's a coat over there.
You think I pay attention to these things? Even if there wasn't a chair.
It's the bee.
Yeah. My point?
Did you know there's a moose too? I don't even think Brad knows there's a moose.
Oh, the sign. I do know the sign, yes.
Oh.
Yeah, again, you think I noticed
You've told me
these
the story
things?
behind the sign, too.
I have not been told the story.
Yes, the sign.
Yeah.
The sign has a story.
I would like to hear the story.
You want to hear the story behind that sign?
Yes. Is it about a moose?
So, kinda, yeah.
I mean, yeah.
One would hope.
So when I was playing Ark Survival with a bunch of friends, there is a dinosaur that's essentially a giant elk crossed with a moose. It's like a megaloceros or something.
Right.
And I got excited because I thought it was just a giant moose originally because I only saw it from afar.
Right.
And I ran and I picked one up and so his name became Mr. Canada.
I love it.
But that was his name.
Yeah.
Every time, and when we played it again in a different map, they went out of their way to find me the best megaloceros they could find, and its name was Mr. Canada.
I love it.
If we got any other one of these, they were just called mooses at that point. Any other moose, it was named not Canada.
I love it. I only know about that species because of Animal Crossing.
Yeah, but the funny thing is I saw that sign at my store, at my dollar store. And I looked at it and I thought of the one person who went out of their way to get me the giant, the best one, which I think was all black with white horns.
Ooh, cool.
It's really good. Looked really nice. That is all I could think of when I saw that sign was them. So I bought two because I'm like, I'm having that sign.
I found
mailed
a present.
them. I mailed them the other one, and I didn't tell them. I told someone else, and they just couldn't stop laughing.
Oh, I love it.
And when I got there, and I'm like, you gotta wait for me to open that.
Yeah.
You gotta wait for me to be here so I can see your face when you open.
Yeah,
Oh.
yeah.
Like, be in a call.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And one of the things I knew there was like 8 bags of hickory sticks inside.
Oh yes, I remember that was.
I wanted hickory sticks.
Yeah.
I got as many that fit in the box.
Yeah, because I think I remember when you were collecting the hickory sticks.
I can't find hickory sticks again, and I'm still trying to find more for someone else. No store has hickory sticks right now.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
You can try
But
Amazon.
Unfortunately.
they are really expensive off Amazon.
I have been yawning
And they just
so much.
You're so sleepy. You're allowed to be sleepy. You were up till like 5 in the morning.
No, 6.
Yeah.
5:45.
I got here
morning.
closer to 6. I got back because we were out in on set in Surrey.
Oh yeah.
Well,
you
we started
Super
off
Bowl.
at we went. There was a location in Vancouver that we were at about 3 in the afternoon.
Had rats and they were the best boys.
Yeah, the location. They had a person who owned the location had these 2 rats, and they were great.
Aw.
They were so cute.
Cute.
And then we finished up there, and then we had to head over to Bear Creek Park in Surrey, where we remained there all through the night.
Fun.
We were just outside, and thing is, it's May. I'm thinking, okay, it'll be a bit chilly. It's not going to be crazy cold. It was fucking freezing. Like, we were all just like, ugh.
Yeah.
Really cold last
This
couple
past
days.
week, I went back to my coat and sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's just been really cold this
Yeah.
week.
And you know if Kira is putting on the coat and sweater, it's really cold.
So yeah, it's like it's that day has I don't have any concept of what day it is now, because it feels like I've just had one really long Saturday,
Yeah. I've
but
been there.
instead we were just
And
like, because that's the weird thing is when you call time is at like 3 in the afternoon. So you have a period of, so you have some time before, you know, when you wake up till when you have to leave. So you've had a bit of a day, and then you're heading out, and then that work shift goes all the way around the clock and a little bit down again.
Yeah, I've done similar things with the graveyard shift.
Yeah, so I'm a.
Yeah, I
I'm
think
a
anytime
little-
you work a graveyard shift, you just fuck yourself over.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Brain no longer
I was a
comprehends time.
vampire, and it was so bad for my mental health. Like, I was only wearing my uniform and pajamas, and that was it. It was not healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do the graveyard shift unless the benefits are really good. And even then, take breaks.
Yeah. Oh god.
Yeah, or some people are more made to do that though.
Well, like, here's the thing, right? I'm made to stay up late. Like, my body's natural circadian rhythm, I don't fall asleep easily. I'm more awake at night. I would be the natural candidate for doing the graveyard shift. Your
No, you wouldn't.
body, really? You would think?
No, because you want to sleep from 2 and 3 a.m. till afternoon. You're perfect for evening shift.
Yeah, fair enough. Either way, your body still needs sunlight.
They make pills for that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They make pills for that. Also, they have UV lights. They have those that when you go really far north, they have mandatory time you're supposed to send under a UV light.
Well, yes, yeah. I just don't think it's healthy for anybody to be doing the night shift for long term.
Yeah, God, I couldn't imagine doing.
I could be wrong, but I don't know. It just doesn't seem.
Thing is, now I'm just thinking like what in the industry I'm in. I'm like, well,
Right? It's-
I'm flashing back to.
Let's be real. Who the fuck is healthy in the film industry?
That's the no one is.
Exactly.
That's why the DGC is on strike right now.
Yep. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm just flashing back to reading about them doing Lord of the Rings and how Helm's
God.
Deep battle was 3 months of night shoots.
What are you doing?
See, when you read about that shit as a kid, it doesn't quite hit you how crazy that is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, to be fair, most people's like night shifts are like, standing at a counter, not really talking to many people.
Yeah, pretty much. Doing lots of cleaning.
When you're shooting something, you're seeing some crazy shit no matter what sort of set you're on. We're doing a slasher movie right now, so we have like fake mannequin heads getting stabbed with knives and shit. It's pretty wild.
Fun.
Yeah.
Come here,
Well,
dude.
it's a lot of things. I am
that-
enjoying myself.
And that's why I'm working towards going towards the post-production side of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, they'll
Even
also
then.
treat. Yeah. You don't want to. Well, you probably do want to know, but you don't want to know how a lot of, especially VFX artists are treated in the film industry. My God.
Oh, I've heard some of the instructors that I've had. That's just
At a daycare.
Yeah.
Bad.
is bad.
Well, it's because they're worked ridiculously long hours and they're not often paid as much
Yeah.
as a lot of the other parts of the crew. Yeah. Basically, one of the places I've kind of told myself to avoid is doing VFX work on any of the the Marvel films or anything like that. Because it's like I can only imagine it's like you spend months working on like one particular shot, getting all of the CGI right.
Yep. Yeah.
And then they're just like, actually, you know what? We need another shot that's twice as complicated as this, and we need it done in half the time.
Yep.
That said, I mean, if Marvel offered you to work for them, would you really turn it down?
Oh, I would work for Marvel, just not in the... Well, thing is, I'm not qualified to work in FX.
Yeah.
I wouldn't know what the fuck I was doing.
Fair.
And actually, you know what? To be fair, it would also depend... Honestly, it would depend on what the fucking job was.
And probably how much they're paying.
Well, it's Marvel. They're probably paying decent, I'm assuming.
You better hope.
Because honestly, I'm just thinking, like, realistically, okay, my goal is to be a writer-director. Would I want to be involved in, like, one of those big franchise, like the Iron Man or the Captain America, where they're doing a new movie, like, every 2 years? And
It sounds like a lot of stress to be writing.
yeah, I mean, it would be pretty fun. But also, in terms of the writing aspect, you have to deal with, like, you have to keep on top of
Continuity.
all of the other movies and all of the other TV shows.
Or you just don't and pretend that the fans don't notice.
I mean, I think that's what they did with Doctor Strange.
I don't think we're allowed to talk about
But
that
I
yet.
can't wait. I can't talk about that.
No.
Not allowed to talk it yet.
I think we have to give it a couple more episodes, right?
Probably.
I think it's a month.
At least
1 month.
To be fair, there are straight up like you go on Twitter and there's like straight up just screen caps.
Well,
of,
yes,
like,
but
all
we're
of
trying
that.
to be good people.
Yeah.
It's a challenge.
There's a special place in hell for people who ruin movies.
Oh yeah.
Very special.
Well, that's the
place in
worst
hell.
thing is 'cause people do that just all the time. Whenever a new movie comes out, because of the release structure, they're always released in like the Europe and a lot of other places before the U.S. and Canada. So I'm sure I've
Yeah, but
told you
sometimes
guys
it's the other way around.
Yeah, but most of the times it is. A lot of the big productions it isn't. It's the U.S. and Canada is like one of the last places to
Yeah.
get it.
I don't mind spoilers usually.
Yeah, it depends on the thing that gets
'Cause
spoiled.
I like to be in. I like
Which
to
is
know
unfortunate,
something's
because
coming and anticipate it.
If something gets spoiled for me, I'm like, oh, okay, I'm fine knowing that. I'm like, okay, but if something gets spoiled for me, I'm like, well, shit, now I fucking know that.
Yep.
Yeah, like I don't know. I guess it depends. But like I used to be that person that like if shit was getting too tense in a book that I was reading, I would flip to the end of the book to make sure that the characters wound up okay before going back.
Yeah.
I didn't like the idea that my Blorbos would get hurt.
Well, I mean, I'm almost 100% sure I've already told the Han Solo story on here, so
Yeah,
I won't go into
definitely
it.
at least 12 times.
But that's a good example.
I
Oh,
think
that
it's
was
like-
honestly
I think
more
I
on my
didn't mean to
brain.
say 12, but that's what came out.
I mean, you know.
Also, Kira put her hand to the chest, which means I've either created a mortal sin or she's going, "Aw, baby," or both.
You created a mortal sin.
Yeah, that's fair.
You have sinned.
Yeah, that's fair. If I'm
That
going
is
to
a
hell,
sin.
if I'm going to hell, skipping to the end of the book is the least of my worries. Okay.
Yeah.
Let's be
Fair
real.
enough. I'll see you there. I'll probably be head torturer by then.
Moved
long
up
as
the
you're
ranks
nice to
far
me.
enough.
Huh?
As long as you're
I'll make
nice
sure to
to me.
specifically take your left kidney.
Listen here. How fucking dare you?
Hey, you know what? I'm not even the one who made the D&D reference this time.
Yeah.
I made a D&D reference that time. But I also made a reference to some really occult shit on the internet called Charlie the Unicorn. And that's cursed.
Is Charlie the Unicorn really like a cult shit?
Not a
It
cult.
finally... No. Yes, it is now.
What?
Oh no! What did they do?
It's officially finished. And did you... let me look at when the final finally came out, and I will
was a
debate on
couple
if I
years
can
ago.
spoil
It
Charlie
was
the
like
Unicorn.
within the last 3 years or something. I remember that much.
No, it's not. The
No?
final that just came out. The final that
Oh,
just came out, I think
There's
was like
another one?
Came out, I thought there was I thought the last
Yeah,
one
I
was
thought
the
the
final
last
that just
episode came out a couple years ago. What the
Came out. How
fuck
many
is
finals are there?
who the fuck is Charlie
it
the
was
Unicorn?
the final of Charlie the Unicorn was split into 3 parts.
Oh, they pulled this.
Part 1, 2, and 3.
They did like an Attack on Titan thing and just decided to split their last season
Or a
into
Walking
3
Dead
sections.
thing.
Ugh, don't talk to me about Walking
To be
Dead.
fair, it's all made by one person,
Yeah.
That's fair.
and he's got like like he did hats and llamas and
Yeah.
hats.
I've never seen I've never seen any of that shit. I just know that gift.
Okay, so the grand finale came out 6 months ago.
Well,
Oh
that's
my
still
sweet
a while
Jesus.
ago.
Yeah, so I just wanted to I wanted to double check because I couldn't remember. So it turns out the red and blue unicorns, the crazy shit, they are actually demons.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
They
that
are
makes sense.
actually demons and not the bad guys. They're just there to cause shit.
That
That still makes sense.
So what you're telling me is Charlie the Unicorn and Good Omens are basically the same story.
No, you know what that tells me? You can make a D&D character that's Pact of the Fiend. That's just one of the fucking unicorns.
Actually, no. I'll raise you one. Charlie the Unicorn, where everything's the same except the two main, the unicorn and the llama or whatever the fuck it is, are played by
They're
David
both
Tennant
unicorns.
and Michael Sheen.
I love it.
Anyways, continue your thing.
Yeah, so it is a cult shit, and yet the kidney reference that I made in D&D is because I made every single episode of Charlie the Unicorn, minus the finale, because that wasn't out when I made these, a quest line. And they only got to do the first part.
Oh, yeah.
Every single one.
God.
I had written, and I still have written, every single Charlie Unicorn into a mini quest for
I'm
D&D.
sorry, I think that would have driven me absolutely fucking crazy.
You didn't want to meet the Banana King?
No.
You didn't want to meet the Banana King?
I've never seen Charlie the Unicorn, and that just sounds wholly unpleasant.
It's a little plural on Charlie.
Don't even. You don't understand. She took away my ability to tank accurately. I had the same constitution as my fucking wizard.
Hey, you guys could have gotten your kitty back several times.
No.
Yeah.
Where are we gonna find a surgeon?
I mean, magic
That's not
exists in this
hard.
world.
Yeah, that's like literally the easy part.
We could have asked a magic person to regrow our kidneys.
You could have.
That's just too much fucking work.
Anyway.
Anyway.
Yeah. So, Charlie the Unicorn technically is a cult shit now.
No.
Hey,
Also, there's a starfish that loves Charlie. Charlie ends up being like an almighty god. And the starfish is actually a wheel that summons an alternate dimension full of cubes. Which is the great big bad guy is a cube.
I always knew cubes were evil.
Yeah.
Also,
Fucking squares.
if I quote this correctly, a gay cult leader weasel that is married to a coat. McBride's gone.
I'm sorry. I like random shit.
I
This is
mean-
weird for me.
Seriously.
I might have quoted that a little bit
Actually-
It
odd,
doesn't
but yes.
matter. It's accurate enough that it's confusing, and I don't like it.
But speaking of random shit, you also has some random shit.
Oh no,
Some
I
lines.
hate it.
I like it. That was good.
You've got to top the weasel.
My brain is my brain is still functioning, just barely.
It's okay, buddy. I had to do
I
it.
guess
It was
I
for the
gotta
bit.
do the thing. I guess I gotta do the thing.
Yep.
Yeah, so this week, for those of you who've never heard of us play What's in the Line, usually our host, which is usually me, but this week it's not. We'll give two set of lines, first the verse, and then the chorus, and we have to guess what song it is. We'll get one song from the Canadian Top 100, and then one random song that is pulled from the abyss of the internet, and it could be anything. I'm told it's of a weird genre that supposedly no one's heard of except for me.
Well, that's one of the genres, and it's technically not the name. The song I couldn't find what the actual genre of the song was. It was just the band.
And then just so Devin also gets points, and for a little bit of comedy, one movie quote.
One movie quote.
We have to guess.
Yeah.
We have to guess what movie it came from, as well as the character, not the actor who said it. Let me get my phone out for the timer because I'm still doing that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I already have a timer going on, and it's a different thing, and it's a lot of things for me to think of, and I'm stupid. Okay,
You know what's on the forefront of my brain right now?
Charlie the
The
Unicorn.
Frenchiest Fry.
Oh, Desire, the
The
Frenchiest
Frenchiest Fry.
Okay, so I guess it's the first song is the top 100 song, right?
Correct.
Okay. So the first verse is just when I first saw it. I have to make sure I'm actually facing the microphone. But I
Yes.
have it written down.
Yes. That would be
When
very
I first saw
helpful.
you standing there, you know it was a little hard not to stare. So nervous when I drove you home. I know being apart's a little hard to bear.
This sounds.
I hate that because the first line sounds really familiar.
This is extremely
does sound
familiar. I have
familiar.
heard this recently.
I wouldn't be surprised.
What year?
It came out in 2008, and it also it was on the chart in 2008. It didn't top the chart.
Sorry, can I hear that one more time?
When I first saw you standing there, you know it was a little hard not to stare. So nervous when I drove you home, I know being apart's a little hard to bear.
I hear it.
Yeah, I know.
I
I
hear
know.
it.
I know.
No. Oh, I thought you were doing your Evanescence thing again.
Oh, but I am.
It's not Evanescence. I would not make Evanescence the first song I pick.
Are you sure it's not?
You know when you do that, I actually can't hear you. So your Evanescence bit
I can
doesn't
hear
work.
him.
I
don't think Evanescence made any of the top 100s in Canada.
can almost
2008.
Probably
guarantee.
has.
I can almost guarantee you they
You
did
guys are
not.
wasting your time.
It's been 2 minutes. It's been a minute. So
Chorus,
the
please.
Okay, you've got all that I need. Skip. Babe, it's you and I. With you, I know that I'm good for something, so let's go and give it a try. We've got our backs against the ocean. It's just us against the world. Skip, babe, it's you and I. Skip, babe, it's you and I.
What do you mean by skip?
I had to
That's
skip
the
the line.
that's the title, I'm assuming.
The title.
The title is in
Okay.
that line, yes.
Just wanted to make sure that's what it was.
Yeah.
Like it's not like some kind of music.
No,
thingy.
I had to just make sure that I just wrote down that I had to skip that bit.
McBride's pacing.
Would you like to know the genre?
McBride's.
Yes, please.
Yeah, let's give me the genre.
It's alternate rock. And it was at 81 in 2008.
So like rock, but alternate.
Is this what are they called? What are they called?
I don't know.
Fuck, what are they called?
My brain wants to say Headley, and I don't know why.
No.
No.
I know it's wrong, but that's what my brain
What are they
wants.
called?
I don't know.
We got 20 seconds. Or 20 in a bit.
Oh my god, I
like
love
this
this
power.
band, and they're coming to town too.
Are they? I don't know.
Supposedly Hamilton's coming to the
I
Queen's
know.
Repeater, though.
I
heard
can't
about
go.
that, yeah.
Why not?
Expensive.
Yeah, it's Hamilton. It's Hamilton tickets. Those aren't going to be cheap.
That's the time. What is it?
It's All or Nothing by Theory of a Dead Man.
Oh,
I don't know this one.
I actually do know this song.
I don't think
I
I've
think
actually
McBride
heard this
does
song.
too.
Yes, I do.
Were they who you were thinking of?
No, it wasn't. I can't remember who I was thinking of now. I'm gonna have to search them up later.
Okay, so the obscure one. Janie's coming home on a Saturday night. Move to the city partying all the time. This is what she wants. This is all that she needs. Full-blown makeup and her trashy jeans.
Oh no, maybe it isn't what I'm thinking of.
No, that doesn't sound familiar.
Did I pick it up?
Can you repeat that for me?
Janie's coming home on a Saturday night. Move to the city partying all the time. This is what she wants. This is all she needs. Full-blown makeup and her trashy jeans.
It sounds like it came out in the 90s.
It did not.
Did it?
No, this is recent.
What year?
So the EP came out in 2005, but the single came out in 2006.
Not recent. Still mid 2000s.
So the genre of this one is sleaze metal, hard rock, and cock rock.
Okay.
Yep. Sleaze metal is a new one to me. I'll admit that.
Really?
Cock rock, I know. Yeah. Cock rock, I know.
Sleaze metal's new.
Where are these guys from?
So they're actually originally from Sweden, but I think I read that they came to Los Angeles, but I don't
most of
remember
them
that.
do.
Ayrshire.
No.
Okay. About to get real mad.
I don't know if
Sweden.
this is one that you would have heard of, Kira.
You might not by my name the Swedish bands I know. Which is also Savage Garden.
No.
But I know at least two.
I didn't even know they were
So-
Swedish until I looked it up. So.
Can we have the chorus?
Okay. Well, she's gonna get to you. She's gonna get to you. You better watch out, honey. And then I skip the last line.
I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna eat you. I'm gonna get you. I'm gonna... Sorry. McBride's hurting.
Because I
McBride's
feel like
hurting
I
on
know
the
this one
inside.
too.
This is metal and I can't do metal.
No, I won't say anything.
It's
I don't
sleaze metal,
think
so it's some
I don't
form
think
of
I know
metal.
so much Swede metal though.
Well,
That's the thing.
If you'd listen to some of this, if you would listen to the music I suggest to people.
Oh, that's a stab. Oh, that's a low blow, mate. That's a low blow.
But it's accurate.
That's still a low blow.
I got nothing.
Alright. Yeah, you'll hear the timer go off in 20 seconds. I gotta let the cats out because they're being dicks. You want it out?
Yeah. Only Swedish band I know is ABBA.
Like I said, I didn't even know they were Swedish. So them being Swedish is not going to help you.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
Their name isn't even Swedish.
You lay down.
There's a timer.
So the song
What is it?
is "No One's Going to Do It For You" by Veins of Jenna.
I
Which-
have no idea what that is.
Did you watch Peacemaker?
No.
Mm-mm.
So there's another song at the end of Peacemaker, or one of the episodes, called "Enemy in Me." And I had actually recommended this song to you, McBride, and you have actually heard Enemy and Me because we had watched Peacemaker. I pointed it out specifically that, hey, I forgot about this band.
That's right, you did.
Well, shit.
Shit.
I wonder, am I actually going to get a clean sweep? I don't think
You
so.
Well, let's
just
see.
might.
I don't think so, but that'd be cool.
The movie is what usually screws me up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Clean
I
sweep.
tried to choose a movie that I wasn't sure if Devin had seen in a long time, if he's seen it at all.
That's a dangerous game to play, though.
Yeah, it's really hard to pick a movie that I have seen.
The thing is, there's
that I-
also a couple legitimately, like, really well-known movies that I'm just like, I've never seen Scarface.
I also haven't
Yeah,
seen Scarface.
neither
That's
have I.
not going to help me. Okay, so the quote
I
is...
picked movies I haven't seen before, to be fair.
The quote is, we must face tomorrow, whatever it may hold, with determination, joy, and bravery.
Oh shit, that's so
Is that bloody
generic.
Braveheart?
No.
That's so generic
The
that could be
Patriot?
from any...
No.
Is Mel Gibson in it?
No.
Okay. This really sounds
It
like a
really
line Mel
did,
Gibson
yeah.
would say.
Ah, fuck. Yeah, it does. It sounds like...
It came out in 2007, and it's actually a British fantasy story.
Is it Stardust?
No.
Is it shit, not stars. Princess of the Moon Girls?
I don't even know what that is.
It's a British fantasy movie.
In 2007.
Is it Mirror Mask?
No.
2007.
Do you want to know some of the actors?
Sure.
I only have a handful.
Yeah.
There's only a few. I'm only going to give you two so far. Jason Bateman and Zach Mills, because those are names that won't help you. Probably.
Is it
They
the
don't help me at all. I never
Spiderwick
know actors'
Chronicles?
names.
No.
That's not a British fantasy.
Fuck, no, that's right, it isn't. also
not
Jason
Gibson.
Bateman's
Yeah.
in
It
it.
was labeled as a British fantasy, but I don't... Because it has non-British actors, I think.
Yeah, Jason Bateman's American.
definitely not
Shit.
British.
I don't know. It was labeled as a British fantasy kids thing. I don't know.
Narnia? Is it one of the Narnia books?
No.
Okay.
No.
Jason Bateman.
Let me know when we get
Can
to
I
the one.
Google who Jason, like, just a picture of Jason Bateman, because my brain's a blank?
Yeah, Jason Bateman was in, like,
Are
Arrested
we allowed to
Development.
do that when we ask?
Yeah, he does the meme.
If you ever ask,
He
yeah.
does the
Okay.
meme. I don't know what I expected from Arrested
Yeah.
Development.
For some reason, Jason,
Yes,
There
okay,
you
that
go.
helped me, actually, yeah.
Jason Bateman reminds me of McBride.
I'll give you one more actor. Natalie
like it.
Portman.
Mm-hmm. Natalie Portman was in it.
Yeah.
Natalie Portman and Jason Bateman. What the fuck?
Holy
In
shit.
I bet you
2007.
Jason Bateman probably played a small role.
Probably.
Either that or
Really,
maybe
there's
he...
Can we have the line really quick?
There's only a
Line.
couple. We must face tomorrow, whatever it may hold, with determination, joy, and bravery. And he does not actually play a small role.
Oh, okay.
There's only a handful of actors in this movie. Well, a handful of.
Have you
names.
seen this movie?
Yes. Not in a long time. I used to love it.
Have I seen this
I
movie?
have no clue.
Okay. Well, if Chris knew if I watched it, that would be different.
Probably? But probably not. I don't know. It seems like a movie you would have watched, but also...
Is this Over the Garden Wall?
No, that's a show.
And that was
That's a
in
movie, too.
2007.
Wait a minute.
I didn't know it was a movie.
Is this animated?
Not to my memory, no.
Okay.
3,
My
2,
brain,
Shit.
Chris gets a
my
clean
brain
sweep.
hurts.
Yeah.
Mr. Megorium's Wonder Emporium.
Motherfucker!
That is not a British fantasy.
It was labeled as a
in
British
any way,
fantasy.
shape, or form. That is not a British fantasy in any way, shape,
I don't
or
know,
form.
that's
and
what
I
it
love
came
that
up.
movie.
Oh yes, I remember that one. And
Do you know
fucking,
who
it's
said that?
fucking Dustin Hoffman, isn't it?
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. And
Mr. Edward Megorium, avid shoe wearer.
And the kid who loves his
Yeah.
hats.
Yes.
Yeah.
Zach Mills.
Oh. Yeah, I've definitely not seen that movie.
I forgot about
Cool.
that
It's a
one.
movie, I knew the movie existed, but, like...
I've seen
I
it
got a clean
before.
sweep on my first week. It'll never happen again.
Hot damn. Well done.
Well,
This will
I
never
think
happen again.
Yeah, that is not a British fantasy. Whoever put British
Yeah.
fantasy in the wiki needs a good slap in the face.
Yeah, that is definitely not a British movie. But regardless,
I think it's because it
No,
has
but
like a
it's
British
a-
style, I guess. I don't know.
or maybe the
No,
original,
it doesn't.
or maybe the original thing it's based off of was a British thing.
I think.
No, because it's even in the original one. It was in New York.
Yeah.
It is not a British fantasy
Yeah,
in any
I
way,
don't
shape,
know.
or form.
I don't know why it said that. I don't even know. Yeah.
And we all got hung up on British
Yeah.
fantasy.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you also gave us plenty of other information
gave
that
you
would
Natalie
lead us.
Portman.
You gave us Natalie Portman
Yeah,
and
the
Jason
Natalie
Bateman.
Portman at the end.
Like, I was
Yeah.
trying to hold off on giving Natalie Portman because I was like, if I give you Natalie Portman and Dustin Hoffman, I'm like, if you've seen this movie, you'll probably get it. So I'm gonna hold off on that one to see if you can figure it out.
Yeah, I usually don't give the lead to actors until like 10 seconds.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Technically,
like
you
Which
didn't-
is what you
but
did.
technically
Yeah.
you didn't give the lead actor because the lead actor was Dustin Hoffman.
Yeah,
That's
well, I
true.
figured if I give you the lead actor,
No.
you're gonna know.
No, it's not.
But, well, the lead.
Dustin
Well, I don't
Hoffman is not the lead actor
well, I don't
in that
know.
movie.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, there.
It is Natalie Portman.
Oh,
Yeah, actually, yeah. I mean,
Yeah,
he plays
that's
a really
true.
big role, obviously, but like,
Yeah, it is based on. It follows Natalie Portman
Mhm,
around.
mhm.
Dustin Hoffman is
and Jason
Kind of
Bateman
like-
to a degree.
Yeah, he's there quite
to
a
a
bit.
degree, yes.
Yeah, because he's
Really
the
good
kid's
movie.
Like
dad.
that's why I said like there was only a handful.
No,
No?
Oh. No, he's like just some guy.
Oh.
he's
Oh,
the.
yeah, he's like an accountant or
Law,
something.
he's attorney or something.
He's an
Yes.
accountant.
That's what it was, yeah.
He's an
Yeah,
accountant.
can
It's
you-
also been a long time since I've seen that movie.
it's all coming back all of a
It's a good
sudden.
movie. Yeah, and the kid needs to make friends, so he chooses
Yes.
him,
Yes.
the accountant, to make friends with because he
'Cause
can't,
he can't make friends.
with
Yeah.
the other kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know, like this is a movie that like if you've seen it, you probably haven't seen it in a long time.
Yeah. Yeah, it's exactly
That
what
is
happened.
true.
'Cause
fuck!
it's
Have
an
we reached the
underrated
point
classic.
where movies that came out in 2007 are now like old?
That is.
No,
Or
okay,
not
so the
old,
thing
but
about they are,
They are.
but the thing about Megorium's Wonder Emporium is it was one of those movies that just flew under everyone's radar.
yeah. Because
So
I
like
remember
if
it
you
got,
watched it, you watched it once and
Yeah.
it never.
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think I've seen it like a handful of times.
yeah, it was like yeah.
I really enjoyed it, but I completely forgot about it until I was in a call with somebody on Discord, and I don't even remember how that came up, but I suddenly was reminded of it, and I'm like, this is a perfect movie for the podcast. Because the real
Also, on
big
a side
challenge
note-
is Devon.
I'm now putting that movie on my list of things I need to watch with someone. Because that's it.
That's a good one.
It's a good movie.
Yeah, it's funny because like
Can I spell McCrory?
I was in the correct ballpark, I think, when I said Spiderwick Chronicles.
Yeah.
Because I swear that came out at the same time as the Spiderwick Chronicles
Oh.
movie.
No,
No,
Or
I
did
don't
it
think
not?
so.
it did not. I think it's the books were popular when that movie came out.
Yeah.
And
That's
also,
true.
I didn't mean to unintentionally do a theme of all of them are coming out within the same handful of years.
I mean, it did, so.
Actually, no, he's right. The Spiderwick Chronicles came out in 2008.
Is it 2008?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah. I thought they were 2009.
Well, yeah, because this All or Nothing came out in 2008. Phase Agenda came out in 2006, 2005, and Megorium's Wonder War came out in 2007. So I accidentally had a theme there.
My God. My God.
Son of a
And
bitch
I
did
know
it.
what
Where's mine?
song I'm doing for next week. Or not song. I know.
Get it, you son of a bitch.
I know what movie I'm doing for next week because I've remembered another one that's one I haven't seen in a while.
Obscure movie knowledge.
I don't know many obscure movies. Let me have this.
That's fair. I'll let you have it.
Oh, Boomy!
I think BMW's
I
being
think
cute.
so.
You
He
got
is-
some
he
boomy
is
pics
upside
in the
down.
chat.
Yeah, I've sent
I don't
some.
have any kitties.
Well, you let them out.
Now they were peeking at the door.
Ah, yes.
Yeah, they were both bucking at the door, so I let them out.
I shall
Probably
show
because
the cat.
everyone else has gone to sleep, so they want out so they
yes,
can run
that'll
around.
That's a
do it.
mood.
Valid.
That'll
I
do it.
also.
Did you guys know that they're doing a sequel to Chicken Run?
I feel like I heard that once, but I
It's
thought it
going
was
to
a
be on
spoof.
Netflix. But apparently
It's
they've
been-
recast a bunch of the actors.
Well, they're probably all dead.
It's been
No?
20
So
years.
then just make it as its own standalone thing again at that point.
Yeah.
It's been 20 years.
Wasn't Beetlejuice also getting a sequel or something?
I hope, well,
They've been talking about giving Beetlejuice a sequel since the early 2000s.
they've been talking about that for a while, and also at this point, I doubt they're getting Alec Baldwin involved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What year did Chicken Run come out? Because I think it's actually been over 20 years.
That was like 1999, I think.
Was it? No,
Oh,
please,
God, it
please tell me
was.
it's not.
Exactly 2000.
Or 2000.
God.
Because for me, it was the trifecta of like the DreamWorks early 2000s movies that all honestly are really fucking great. Were Chicken Run, Road to El Dorado, and Shrek.
Yeah.
And however, I don't know if this is good. Is like a supremely hot take or something. The only like really great Shrek film is Shrek 2.
I agree. Honestly,
The first one's good.
They're all good.
The second one's great, and I don't really
they're all good
remember
except
any.
for the third.
no,
Yeah.
I completely agree.
Shrek 4 is actually good though.
Yeah, Shrek 1's decent. I actually like Shrek the Third for the musical number at the end.
I
Yeah.
don't even
And
remember
also all the
there's
princesses. Yeah, they do
Yeah.
a musical theater production,
Yeah.
and all the princesses fighting back. I like those too.
Yeah, I remember
Okay,
that's
yeah.
that, but like the movie itself was very forgettable.
The only thing I remember from
Alright, so
Shrek the Third was the weird freaky Shrek baby in the dream just going.
I have some cursed knowledge
Ah,
now.
yes.
God.
Oh.
So Chicken Run did come out in 2000, and it is, where's that? Released to critical acclaim, Chicken Run was also a commercial success, grossing over $224 million, becoming the highest-grossing stop-motion animation film in history.
Oh, cool.
And I think it looks like, according
it
to this
still
Wikipedia
is?
article, still holds that title.
Even after Kubo and the other.
Kudo didn't do good in theaters
Really?
until after.
Oh.
That's surprising. I thought Kubo did well because everybody talks about it all the time.
I don't hear
Yep,
people
it
talk
is.
about it very much.
All right, so I've got the whole list here, highest-grossing stop-motion films. Chicken Run still holds the record. $30,000 is less is second place, and that is Wallace and Gromit: The Curse of the Were-Rabbit.
That movie also fucking slaps.
Wallace and Gromit, always.
Yeah.
And
Wallace
then third
Gromit
is
makes
Coraline.
it- Fucking Coraline. Scary.
And then we got
It's-
Pirates
okay.
and Adventure with the Scientist.
Oh my God.
Corpse Bride, The Box Trolls.
I love Corpse Bride.
I don't see... Oh, Kubo and the Two Strings is placed at 12th with
Oh.
only 77,000. As I said, I remember it not doing well.
Yeah. Actually, now that you mention it, yeah, I do recall that like people didn't go.
Oh my god, Monkey Bone is on this list at
What
20.
is Monkey
Oh, I
Bone?
love it.
What is Monkey,
Monkey Bone was an early Brendan
Oh,
Fraser movie.
Oh.
Oh yeah, it's trash and it's fantastic.
It's good trash. It is raunchy comedy
It
trash.
100% is.
Monkey Bone, he's a comic artist, and Monkey Bone is his literal
Yeah.
boner come to life as a
yeah.
monkey.
Okay.
Oh yeah. Oh, it's
And then he gets into a coma and has to come back from
Yeah.
hell. And Whoopi Goldberg's in
yes. Yeah.
it. She plays the devil.
Okay,
I
you know
remember
what?
that. This is amazing.
I have to see this. I have to see this now. On that pitch alone, I have to see this now.
You know how his Monkey Bone awakened? By seeing the old lady arm flaps of his
Yeah.
elementary school
Yeah.
teacher.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Brendan Fraser, are you okay? Or I guess, were you okay? Because I think the answer is no.
I actually just recently watched Monkey Bone while I had COVID.
Oh, that's awesome.
God,
Of
that is
all the
the
things
weirdest
you could
movie to
watch.
with a fever.
Trying to remember what I watched when we had COVID.
I don't even know. Probably.
It is
Incredible.
labeled as a black comedy fantasy
Yep,
film
yep.
for Monkey Bone. But yeah, no, it's raunchy comedy. It's
Oh,
raunchy
yeah.
comedy.
Oh yeah.
Back to my horror knowledge.
Because this
Devin is
didn't
right. There's
count
a sequel of Chicken Run called Dawn of the Nugget, and it's supposed to be released on Netflix in 2023.
Because fucking monkey bone wasn't cursed knowledge enough on its own.
I had that knowledge.
Yeah.
No, that movie's great. Movie's great.
My God.
On a side note, I don't know if we're getting any of the original cast for Chicken Run in there, because one of the main characters was played by Mel Gibson.
I was gonna say Well, the thing is though, Mel Gibson seems to. I'm not sure if he's bounced back, but he's definitely found enough people who have forgiven him for his transgressions.
What's wrong
I would
with
say.
Mel Gibson again?
The man went nuts for a while.
Yeah, he had. I'm pretty sure he had a full-on psychotic break.
Oh.
There was audio of him being like verbally abusive to his partner at the time. He got recorded, I guess, being arrested and going on like a super anti-Semitic rant. It was back in like early 2000s. And so Mel Gibson, for all extensive purposes, got like canceled for a while, but has now been kind of
making
slowly coming back.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I'm not sure if he's like mentally well enough to do Chicken Run.
Is anybody mentally well enough to do Chicken Run?
No.
That is the question.
Because I heard a story though, apparently about I guess the lady who was the voice the main chicken, whose name escapes me.
Henrietta?
Ginger. It was Julia Swall.
Yeah. Apparently, like, they just decided they were gonna make it, and they didn't tell her that they were gonna do another one, and they just recast her without like informing her.
That's a dick move.
Which, yeah. So I'm a little suspicious of this because I'm like, wow, if they're just gonna like go full steam ahead on this without even trying to because like it's got some like
you can't label it as a cash grab because nobody wants this.
Well, no,
no, there are people.
There's people who definitely want this.
Nobody was saying
Chicken
mine
Run
wants
is
this.
Chicken. So you know how El Dorado and Shrek are the two we talk about? Chicken Run is the one with the cult following.
Yeah, as in literal.
Also, I have this movie on VHS and DVD.
But like, no, don't get me wrong. There's nothing wrong with the movie. It's a good movie. It unsettled me.
It's
but it's
really weird that it's gotten so big because that movie, that entire film, is a parody of a World War II film called The Great Escape, which is actually also really good. Which is which is based off of a true story of a bunch of prisoners of war escaping a camp, a worker camp in Germany.
And now it's about a bunch of chickens escaping their coop.
I would just
be free of the German owner.
Like the domino meme, where it's like two unrelated things, but that actually have some sort of correlation.
Yeah.
So I'm just thinking like a bunch of British and American soldiers get captured behind enemy lines.
Chicken Run.
A Chicken Run sequel's being released on Netflix. It's actually kind of sad because, at least if I have my facts correct, the original story, and as well as I think in The Great Escape, it ends with but they escape, but a bunch of them get, I think 3 manage to actually fully escape, and the rest of like the 50-odd soldiers, because they had provided such a hassle for the Gestapo to find again, and embarrassed the Nazi party so much that they basically just gathered them all in a field and shot them all.
Okay, well, on that note.
So yeah, that's the story that Chicken Run is parodying.
Fun stuff.
I think in Chicken Run, I think they all escape.
Yeah.
Except for the one who gets decapitated at the beginning.
Yeah, except that one, obviously. Yeah.
Actually, fun fact, well, not fun fact, but the chicken that gets beheaded at the beginning, there's that scene in like the middle of the film where they cut back to the farm, the husband and wife, the farmers, and they're having dinner. You can see the fucking skeleton of that chicken on their table.
Oh.
This movie was great. Also, as I said, 2000.
Yeah.
Like, so this movie was being made during Y2K.
Yeah, that explains everything.
Yeah.
Oh.
Just like Majora's Mask.
Yeah.
It's because they thought nothing would ever come after.
Yeah.
So they
So they got away with it.
They really went ape shit there.
Yeah, there's a weird, like,
They went chicken shit.
subset of things.
Well, I was waiting for that.
There is a weird subset of things that were made at that time where you can tell them, like, they made these things like they were under the impression nothing was ever going to be made like this again.
That's because they were.
Yep.
They were. That Y2K
So
they thought was going to be
ironically,
real.
they were right. Because nothing like that was ever really made again. But not because everything shut down, it was because they realized afterwards that they never needed to do that in the first place.
Yeah.
But they did.
Then where would we be?
And we would be in a world where I didn't watch Chicken Run every other week for a year.
Yeah.
Because I didn't do that. I think for a while, I could quote that movie word for word. Because like Devin, I loved that movie as a child.
Oh, that movie's amazing.
I don't know why. It's not that amazing, actually. Go back and watch
just
this.
really don't like stop motion animation.
Why does it remind you of Coraline?
Well, even before Coraline, it reminds me of like puppets.
Oh god.
And I don't like
It
puppets.
kinda is.
There's a
and you don't like
there's a
puppets, yeah.
movie that I saw with one of our friends,
Also,
one of our
where
more
are they
bohemian friends that I'd never heard of before. It's called Strings, and it's like some weird epic it's kind of like the Dark Crystal. It's some weird epic
I
fantasy,
don't like it.
but it's all acted out with like puppets on like wooden puppets on strings.
Marionettes. No, thank
Marionettes.
you.
But
No,
the
thank
thing
you.
is, they tie in, there's like lore, because you can see them moving on the strings and everything, and it's like they treat it 100% seriously, and it's great because they actually tie in the strings to like the lore of the world. Like the strings are actually their like life thread, so that when they die, they're like they are killed by having their strings cut, and they just.
Well,
It's
That's kind of cute.
It's a
I
really
like it.
That's
interesting.
kind of cute.
It's a really interesting movie,
Yeah.
actually. And it's like
Came out in
it's
2004.
it's like a puppet movie, but it goes fucking hard as well. It's it's some like Dark Crystal shit of just like, oh, they did not treat this like they were making something for kids.
This movie's made for kids.
nobody.
But also, it's really not.
Like the Scooby-Doo movies.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
We should probably not get on that subject
Yeah.
again, though. This podcast.
My energy's coming back, and I'm gonna start ranting about things if we don't stop now.
Yeah,
I know myself well enough.
and you know,
Yeah, on that
Yeah,
note, then
yeah.
on some occult movie knowledge, you guys should go watch some of those movies.
yeah.
I do advise Monkey Bone Chicken Run
Yes.
just because Monkey Bone's fantastic. Chicken Run.
And then for palate cleanser, Mr. McGorium's Wonder Emporium.
Yeah, there you
You know
go.
what?
There you
Emporium.
go.
Because of the time it came out in Road to El Dorado, because you can't go wrong with Road to El Dorado.
Of course.
Nobody, you can never go
course,
wrong
of
with
course.
Road to El Dorado. It's just
Why tall?
Sorry, talking to the cat.
oh. So we hope you all enjoyed episode 116.
Mhm.
I got
JKT Radio
clean
Podcast. My words have decided to break down finally. This is why you don't yell as an intercom at your workplace.
Yes.
And if you're listening to this on any of the podcast sites like Spotify, Google Podcasts, or any of the others, don't forget to give us a follow and a little heart, because we heart you too. And if you want to see all the cats that exist in our lives,
There we go.
not all of them, but most of them, don't forget to come check us out on YouTube on
Yes.
Wednesdays, and you'll get to see all our glorious faces, but mainly the cats. We know you're only there for the cats. We know
We're
better.
also only here for the
Also,
cats.
you can see McBride just get up and rage quit.
Yeah, that's right.
That was great.
Because was it the movie or the song?
Oh,
Can't
it
remember.
was
The song.
It was the movie. It was a
Oh.
movie of something.
Right.
No, it was Charlie. It was Charlie.
the
God
Unicorn.
That's what it was. Yes.
Charlie the Unicorn. And also, don't forget to check out the JKT Gaming the channel where we have Ocarina of Time
Yep.
being played. And my god, is that
Yep.
magical. Someone who has never played
Yep.
it before. We have Screaming at Dinosaurs because I've been eaten so many times.
Chomp, chomp, chomp.
And a Carnosaurus named Bitch.
I love it.
I love it.
It ate me a lot. As well as Castle Crushers. We need to
Yep.
save Jimmy. Jimmy is going to be avenged. We will avenge
We're
her,
well
Jimmy.
on our way.
And in
But on that
the
note-
near future of like 2035.
We'll just, you know what? Let's just
There
start
it
mentioning
is.
it. We will just surprise you when it happens. We will surprise ourselves
No,
when it happens.
I'm going to will it into existence.
Just
It hasn't
all
worked.
of a sudden it'll be there. Just no rhyme, no reason,
On
no
that-
announcement. It'll just be there.
We'll just surprise you.
Just like the new Dragon Age game, probably.
Never. Bye, everyone.
I'm mad now.